Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all fine as usual. And today a little bit different topic today I will discuss with you, and the culture and the importance of the language. What is the culture? How we can tell our students what is the culture? Culture, every country stand on the culture. In the different sort of the culture we have in our country, we have some, you can say, the multiple sort of the country. Some peoples belong to some different sort of the provinces there. Punjabi culture, in the Sindhi, Balochi, in Pathan, and some other cultures. We have very thick community system in Pakistan now. So the language is same there. Definitely we have the different sort of the culture there, different sort of the language now. I think after 2 kilometers and 3 kilometers, our language are changed, little bit changed, not the lot of there, the lot of not the very big differences, but change now. So today we will discuss it now. That first I will tell you the culture, and then we discuss about the language also now. So both have the important roles in the life of the students. If the student understand the culture of the other provinces, and they can learn more. If they have the grip on the languages, especially you can say the language we use in our classroom, in our present scenario and our areas, locality, the student can understand, any child can understand the language, they can learn more and more easily. But how to develop the language skill in the student's mindset? In the schools we approximately use the two sort of the languages there. One is Urdu and the other is the English now. The source of medium, we have the two sort of the mediums there. Number one, our own language, national language there. The second one, we have some international brand, English language there. So if the student has the grip on both languages, they can understand the lecture well there, they can behave well there, the future is bright there. But if they have some shortcoming there, deficiency there in both languages, in future they have the problem. Especially nowadays, I am looking at the teachers, the educationalists, I am looking there. Students, some feeling the deficiency in Urdu language, especially they have problem in the learning. They have problem in the writing there, even can't speak, so you can say the fluently and the well there. They interfere the local languages there, the mother tongue and the father tongue, and maybe the local area language. Some, let's see, I am living here, and so Patwari language also involved. And maybe some people belong to the Pashto family there, and some parents are, bilinguals there. So create the problems for the students. So how we can tackle these sort of the problems in present era? It's as a teacher, I know well, if you have some problem in the language skill there, you can't deliver the good lecture, even the student can't learn it now. These are the barriers. We understand it now. These are the barriers, and we must understood now. Because if we haven't the ability to develop the good lecture in the language the student can understand, they can't understand the lecture. I am English teacher. Let's see, the whole lecture, if I were given in the English, is very difficult for student to understand it now, because they haven't the grip on the international brand language in English. So we decrease the problems of the students, not increase the problem of the students. But when you fully understand the students, then it's possible you can deliver well lecture now. The second one is the culture. Culture is a multi-sort of the culture we have here. So discuss one by one. First of all, the topic is, the language and the culture relationship. Yeah, the culture and the language relationship, the great relationship, both culture and the language. Learners, the students, understanding of the language and the culture relationship is essential. Culture and the language are the linked. You cannot understand culture without first learning a language. Yeah, if you want to learn, the language, you first understand the culture of this language. A specific language is unusually associated with a particular group of the people. You interact with the culture of the people, you interact with the culture of the language speakers when you communicate in their language. When we are learning or teaching a language, it's vital to understand the culture in which spoken, since language is deeply rooted in the culture. Yeah, now we will discuss here the learning a foreign language. I mean some broad international language, you can say now. Entails learning the alphabets, word order, and the grammar rules. Also the learning about the culture and the norms of the targeted community. When the learning or teaching language, it's vital to understand the culture and the norms of the targeted community. And now I will tell you the what exactly is language. Yeah, language is a system of the speech, manners or written symbols the humans use to communicate. It enables us to communicate, interpret, and play. The language helps us to share with the others and identity ourselves. The roots of the human language remains mystery. Linguistic agree that the first human, the Homo sapiens, used. Now I will tell you about what exactly is culture. A group of the people's quality and the pattern of the behavior define the culture. Language, art and the culture and the custom and the basic categories we use to categorize culture. Culture on other side is much more than that. Culture teaches us how to think, communicate with others and perceive the surrounding. Now look at this video and then you understand the culture, national culture and the local culture and even the international culture now. Culture teaches us how to think, communicate with others and perceive our surroundings. Culture is often used to identify and separate people into the groups. Western culture, Islamic culture, Eastern culture and African culture. Now we will discuss here what is the relationship between the culture and the language. Yeah, the relationship between the culture and the language. Within a social community, the culture and the language share human beliefs, the reality and the actions. Realities and actions. There is the relationship between the culture, language. When there is the national folklore, our everyday and the conversational language and the culture go hand in hand. Yeah. Now the next we discuss here what role do language and the culture play in our personality. Yeah, what the role between the culture and the language and to build up the personality of this even a person, even the students here. The language and the culture you experience in life have the significant impact on your personality. Culture shapes the beliefs and ethics by telling you how to deal with others here. Furthermore, it keeps you in touch with minded people, and it's strengthen your sense of the belonging to society. The language and the culture you experience in life have a significant impact on your personality. Culture shapes belief and ethics by telling you how to deal with others here. Linguistic and culture diversity. While there is diversity inside that group, culture unites society. The language of the other generation, for the example, will you vary from the current people, the present people now. Do you want to learn a new language? First learn about the culture. Understanding culture can be conducive when the studying of foreign language. You must first learn about the culture of that region. Language and the culture's relationship. Final thoughts. The more you think about language, culture, context, the faster you will learn a foreign language. Keep in mind that cultural awareness will be an essential part of the learning process. You must understand social cultures, factors, and learn how to people approach of people in that foreign language to get the language skill now. Yeah. Today we have discussed a wonderful topic and the relationship between the culture and the language. If you want to tell the students about the culture, then you create some sort of the scenario before him and her. If you have the ability to create the surroundings same like culture which are you telling to the students can, you can say, they learn so quick now. The same thing is the language. Language, I think it's my own opinion that of a culture, the language learning skills are very less. We have the different sort of the barriers and the hurdles and the problems there of some, some society's barriers there, and some we haven't the sort of the interest. And secondly, here is not a culture to learn the languages now. But in the present era, it's our teachers' duty and the parents' duty to develop some sort of the interest between the students. They learn the language skill. Thank you very much and God bless you.